Testing. I had the audio muted. How are y'all this evening? Let me know if you can hear the audio now. Can y'all hear my audio now? Someone mention in the chat for me, please, if you can hear me. Good. Thank y'all. All right. So the site went red. You can see it up there at the top. This is the we're looking right now at the horizontal site that they test the Raptor motors. Yes, it's at night. It'll be brighter when it turns on. I don't know how much time is left. The site went red probably 15 minutes ago. So we're just kind of sitting and waiting to see what's going on. How's the stream quality? I know when I was doing my last stream, it wasn't as good. Low volume. Here, I can crank it up a little bit. It's not much to hear. Oh, that's probably a little too loud. There we go. Just trying to get some stuff ready, so I'm a little bit quiet right now. We don't know how much time is left until they do decide to try to test. Obviously, it's got to be in less than 32 minutes. They normally try to do the site before 9 o'clock our time. Let's try something here. Alright, so I lowered the bit rate a little bit, so hopefully that'll clear it up. Let me know if that stream looks a little bit more smooth. Yeah, so the test stand it's nighttime right now, so it is a little bit going to be dark until the rocket test is performed, and it'll be a little bit brighter. Let's see, I'm going to try making another adjustment here. So yeah, depending on which test I'm doing, if it's a tripod where you can actually see more of the mock diamonds, I have to adjust the camera to make it dark so that way you can actually see. Right now it's just dark completely outside, so, and I have it adjusted to where you'll be able to see once they actually turn on the rocket. From the last message I just read, that's exactly right. Actually, one of the tests I was going to watch was one of the Merlin backs, and I didn't know how to set the exposure right, and literally all you saw was just the whole camera was just bright white the whole time. You couldn't see anything. I had to adjust it way down. These rockets put out a pretty good amount of light, so you really have to adjust camera settings, and which it makes it more difficult at night. Because it's already dark, so you have to adjust it to be a little bit darker because they're bright. So it's playing it just right. Thank you, Justin, for messaging me saying it's better now. He's been helping me out. He's been texting me back and forth kind of let me know how the stream is. I've been having to kind of tweak some of the bit rate, and I'm actually bonding dual cellular connections right now, trying to get y'all a smooth stream. So, do they sound a siren or something? Actually, there's a buzzard sound that goes off at the test site. The lights are red at the top right now, like y'all can see in y'all stream. So the lights go red, means the site's closed, and then you'll actually hear a buzzard going on, which I can hear right now. Y'all probably can't. I'm having to actually use the mic that's inside the vehicle currently. My DSLR doesn't pass audio through, so y'all be able to hear it when the rocket comes alive. But so now it's the waiting game. I've been out here now, let's see, I've been out here for nearly 2.5 to nearly 3 hours. This could be finally the first test I see tonight, if everything goes smooth. Thank you so much for the $5. That definitely helps. I do my travel time is roughly about 50 miles round trip. So I have to admit, I have burned a lot of fuel doing this. I've also bought extra mics and camera gear to get y'all better quality. So I do actually have a little bit of investment into it, but it's my hobby also. So I'm just glad I can bring it to y'all to get to watch this. Yes, thank you very much. I would say your name, but I'd probably pronounce it wrong, so I won't do that to you. But thank you so much for that $5 donation. That definitely helps pay. One thing that's crazy is haven't even had supper yet. I normally run right up here right after work, so I eat very late when I get back home. So I'll be glad when the test is actually over. I can finally get home to my wife and a nice cooked meal. Appreciate all your efforts. Thank you, Thomas. Yes, I've definitely received a lot from y'all guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. That's what's definitely been keeping the stream going. Thank you so much, Greg Anderson, for the $10. That definitely helps. It definitely helps pay for some fuel to come back up here. We're basically playing a waiting game. Obviously, no test has occurred just yet. I'm sure we're getting pretty close because the site has been red for probably about a half an hour now, and normally that's about the time that we're going to see something. So hopefully we'll get to see it here pretty soon, I hope. PPJ John, that's yeah, that's actually pretty funny. I do burn a lot of fuel too when I go storm chasing. I drive all over the place to capture tornadoes and the power of Mother Nature, just like I come up here and capture the power of a Raptor rocket. It's just incredible. Science and technology is just a pretty cool thing these days. I can tell you one thing. If it is going to go, it probably will be within the next 20 minutes. Most of the time they try to do these tests before 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. They kind of have a curfew to not surpass that. So most of the time I haven't ever seen one after it that time. So a lot of times I know that that's my time limit to know when it all should quiet down. How how long is the wait on average, and how do I know a test is going to occur? So the red lights mean the site's closed, and a lot of times I normally see a test within, I don't know, roughly maybe 30 to 40 minutes, and we have to be getting close. So it shouldn't be too much longer. I can't see if it's venting because there is a berm in the way, unlike the tripod where I can see if it's about to happen. So it's kind of a waiting game. I literally will just sit here and wait and see what happens. Yes, this is McGregor, Texas. I'm going to step away from the computer just for a minute to make sure my camera's got plenty of battery life and that it's recording for y'all to have a much better quality later instead of the stream quality. Yeah, actually, from the last question from Grant, yeah, I actually have some ideas. So, more to come on that in the near term. So, just to help keep this rolling. So, yeah, I'm going to scratch my head and been having some ideas of what to do. But now you'll get to see part of my waiting game. There's times I can sit out here and wait, see a site do that, and nothing happen. And then there's times I can get to see a pretty long, nice duration test. So this is the fun game of why I normally just send recordings y'all's way and not make y'all sit through these live streams, because you just never know how long they're going to take. No, if there was any test earlier today, I have not seen a test yet today. I'm pretty sure they did have some there in the daytime, but by the time I got up here this evening after work, I haven't seen a test. So this will be my first test of the day, and I've been up here for nearly 3 hours now. So a lot of time and patience. So I wonder how many people will vote that they would rather get the recorded live stream when it's done versus Alright, so I'm going to move the camera just for a second. They're actually having a Merlin test go right now, if y'all can hear that. So give me 1 second. Okay, so what y'all are seeing right now, the delay is there's probably a slight delay in the stream. Alright, so the stream's finally caught up. What y'all are seeing now is actually, I saw earlier that the sea level Merlin looked like it was gonna go. It's kind of hard to hear because it's a lot further away, but this is what happens sometimes is you end up missing something being on way up on the opposite side. But that would be down to the south that we're watching right now. That is actually a Merlin rocket motor and not the Raptor. We're still waiting on the Raptor. I might have to move the camera over here pretty quick because I hope we don't miss the Raptor, but I wanted to show y'all that there's actually a test going right now. Yeah, I drove by the Merlin site earlier today, just a little bit before I came up here, and I saw that it was one of the bays was open and it was red, so I knew I was probably going to miss one. Thank you for the donation, Dabs for Days. Alright, I'm going to move the camera. I know the stream's going to take a minute to catch up. So yeah, what y'all just saw was a Merlin test. My house is roughly 25 miles away, and my wife just messaged me and said she even heard that one that y'all couldn't even hear from right here, just because the exhaust goes to the south back towards like where my house is. We're still waiting on the Raptor test. It seems like it's been a little bit longer than normal for the Raptor, but they still got 12 minutes to try to test the Raptor, so we're going to focus on that now. So I caught one test so far. Unfortunately, it is from a little bit further away, but they're still awesome to listen to and see. Hoping we get a Raptor here pretty shortly. But it takes me roughly 15 minutes to drive from one side of the large site up here in McGregor, Texas at SpaceX. It takes me that long to drive from one site to the other, so I kind of have to just go to one area and just stick and wait it out because it takes too long to maneuver. A lot of times by the time I can see if a light went red and get up here, sometimes I don't have that. Am I just using my phone's mobile data? Actually, I'm I'm using 2 providers right now and bonding the connection. And out here, this is kind of, it's a little bit outside of town, so cellular data is not the best out here. So I'm actually bonding 2 different carriers right now just to even get the connection I am. I'm having to adjust the frame rate too a little bit just to try to keep the video going for y'all. Well, I hope we get to see a Raptor. We still got about 10 minutes to 9 Central Daylight Time. So normally it doesn't take this long. Sometimes I have seen tests up to 4 minutes up till 9 o'clock Central Daylight Time. So maybe we should get one here shortly. Let's see. Yeah, actually, Dabs for Days, it was definitely cold down here. Oh, there he goes. There's going to be a delay. Wow. So that was definitely a short test, but that was a powerful one. That one had a very low bass rumble to it, almost like someone had subwoofers going at a low pace. That was actually popping my ears in the car. So, wow. Well, that probably is it for tonight. We're down to 8 minutes till the curfew out here in McGregor, Texas. Is there any questions that y'all have for me before I kill the live stream and pack up? Because that was probably going to be it for the night, seeing how close we are to the curfew time here. I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. I appreciate the donations. That helps a lot. That definitely pays a little bit of that fuel expense to keep driving back and forth up here, because it'd be nice if I lived close by, but it took me about 48 minutes to 50 minutes from work to actually get up here. So yeah, if I could just connect to SpaceX Wi-Fi, that'd be great. But thanks again, guys, for everything, for watching and everything, and subscribing. It's been awesome. I did not realize that I'm not the only one that nerds out about these rocket tests. So awesome to see all y'all guys here doing the same thing. And also, I will test out the stream a little later. Not for y'all, but privately, just to kind of see if I can't tune down, especially with the cell phone network here, if I can kind of tune it down a little bit where the frames are a little bit smoother, but maybe the quality's not as high, so I can get y'all a little bit better stream. So, but that was awesome. We actually got to see a Merlin from a distance get tested, and we got to see a Raptor get tested tonight. So that was 2 tests in 30 minutes. That's really not bad. I call that a good night. So I thank y'all for tuning in. That's going to conclude tonight's live test. And I'm going to go home and finally get me some supper. Thank you to the wife that is probably sitting at home waiting on me to get there with food ready. And y'all have a great night. And I will be closing the live stream. And thank y'all for the donations. And thank y'all for all the good vibes.